Hi everyone. During your naturalization interview, a USCIS officer will ask you questions about your application and background. The officer will usually ask questions in a way that is different than how they are worded in the application to make sure you have not just memorized the form. We compiled some sample questions and answers according to some real situations and the N400 form. Please replace the words highlighted in yellow color and underlined for your actual situation. Part 1. Information about your eligibility. How are you eligible for naturalization?
I am over 18 years old and I have been a lawful and permanent resident for over 5 years.
What is your basic eligibility to become a U.S. citizen?
I have got my green card for over 5 years. If you married a U.S. citizen, you would answer, I am married to a U.S. citizen and I have got green card for over 3 years.
How did you become a permanent resident?
My husband or my father sponsored me.
How long have you been a permanent resident?
I have been a permanent resident for 5 years.
When did you become a lawful permanent resident?
I became a lawful and permanent resident on December 24, 2012.
Or the officer can ask, what is your date of residency?
Example: September 24th, 2013.
How long have you resided in the U.S.?
About 8 years.
Do you have a plan to reside in the U.S.?
Yes, I do.
What date did you become a lawful permanent resident?
Example: August 13, 2013.
How did you get your green card?
I got my green card through my family or my marriage.
Did you get your green card through your marriage?
Yes, I do. If you got your green card through your family, you would answer, no, officer.
Who was the sponsor of your green card?
My sister.
When did you get your green card?
I got my green card on August 10, 2015.
How many years have you had your green card?
I have had my green card for 9 years.
Part 2. Information about you. What's your current legal name?
My current legal name is Lengthy.
What's your full name? Please state your full legal name.
My full name is Lengthy Nguyen.
What is your first name?
My first name is Lengthy.
Your first name is Lan T. Is it right?
Yes, it is.
What's your last name's family name?
My last name, family name is Nguyễn.
Is Uen your last name's family name?
Yes, it is.
Can you spell your last name?
Nguyen.
Is that the same name as on your green card?
Yes, it is.
What is the name that appears on your permanent resident card? What is your name exactly as it appears on green card?
It is Lan Thị Nguyễn.
Is it exactly as the name on your permanent resident card?
Yes, officer.
Have you had another name? Do you use any other name?
No, I don't have other names.
If you had another name, the officer could ask, "What other names have you had?"
It is Tina Nguyễn.
Has your name legally changed since you received your permanent resident card?
Yes or no?
Have you used any other names since birth?
No, I haven't.
Have you used any other names after you became a permanent resident?
No, officer.
Would you like to legally change your name?
Yes, I would. If you don't like to change your name, you say, no, I would not.
Or the officer can ask, "Do you want to change your name?"
No, I do not. If you like to change your name, you say, yes, I do.
What name do you want to use when you become a citizen?
Tina Nguyễn.
What is the number on your green card?
978 322 214.
What is your social security number? Please tell me your social security number.
974 25 4263.
Please show me your social security number, your ID, or your green card.
Here they are.
What's your date of birth? Tell me your date of birth. When were you born?
Example, October 16, 1992.
What's your gender?
I am a female.
What is your country of birth? Or the officer can ask, "What is your country of origin?" Where were you born?
Vietnam.
What is your country of nationality?
Vietnamese.
Do you have a physical or developmental disability that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of English or civics?
No, I don't.
Part 3. Accommodations for individuals with disabilities. Do you have any individual disabilities that require accommodation?
No, I don't.
Are you requesting accommodation because of your disabilities?
No, officer.
Part 4. Information to contact you. What is your phone number? Please tell me your phone number.
724-544-123.
Do you have a different phone number at work?
No, I don't. If you have your work phone number, you will answer, yes, I do.
What is your work phone number?
884-543-457.
Do you have an email address?
Yes, I do.
What is your email address?
My email is languing92@gmail.com.
Do you have a different mailing address?
No, officer.
Part 5. Information about your residence. Where do you live? Or the officer can ask, what is your home address? What is your current address? What is your mail address?
Example: 376 Kingston Court, West New York, NG07093.
Did you move after applying for naturalization? Or has your address changed since you sent your application?
Yes or no?
If you changed your address, the officer may ask, when did you leave that address?
Example: June 28, 2022.
What is your new address?
1543 S 38th Street, San Diego, California, 92113.
What is your previous address? What was your advance address?
2127 Dog Drive, New Braunfels, Texas 78130.
Who do you live with?
I live with my husband and my children.
Have you lived anywhere else during the last 5 years? Where have you resided during the last 5 years?
I've lived at my current address since I came to the US. If you lived in many places, you must tell the officer when he asks these questions.
How long have you lived at your current address?
About 7 years.
What city do you live? What is your state? What's your zip code?
You will answer according to your real case. Examples: City, Santa Ana. State, California. Zip code, 92702.
Part 6. Information about your parents. Were your parents married before your 18th birthday?
Yes, officer.
Is your mother a U.S. citizen? Is your father a U.S. citizen?
Yes or no?
Is either of your parents a U.S. citizen?
Yes or no?
Part 7. Biographic information. How tall are you? What is your height?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh? What is your weight?
I am 126 pounds.
Are you Hispanic or Latino?
I'm Hispanic. No, officer. I'm Asian.
What is your race? What race are you?
I'm Asian.
What's your hair color? What color is your hair?
Black.
What's your eye color? What color are your eyes?
Black.
Part 8. Information about your employment and schools you attended. Are you currently working? Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am. If you are not currently working, you will answer, no, I am not.
How do you support yourself?
My husband supports me.
Do you receive any public benefits?
No, I don't. My husband supports me.
What is your occupation? What is your job?
I am a nail technician.
Can you tell me where you work? Where do you currently work?
I work at ABC Nails in California.
What is your company's address? Please tell me your employer's address.
Example: 14841 Delo Street, Westminster, California, 92683.
How long have you been working there? How long have you worked there?
About 10 years.
What is your current employer's name?
ABC nouns.
Where have you worked for the last 5 years? For the last 5 years, where have you been employed?
I've worked at the same place. If you worked at many places, you must tell the officer.
Who is your current employer? Who do you work for?
ABC nouns.
Part 9. Time outside the United States. Have you traveled abroad for the past 5 years? Have you traveled outside the United States in the last 5 years?
Yes, I have. If you don't travel outside the United States, your answer is no, I haven't.
Have you ever left the United States since you became a permanent resident?
Yes or no.
Have you ever left the United States since you got your green card?
Yes, I have.
How many total days did you spend outside the U.S. during the last 5 years? How many days were you outside the U.S.?
Example 112 days.
How many times have you left the United States since you got your green card?
Example 2 times.
How many trips have you taken outside the United States?
2 trips.
How long did you stay on each trip?
About 3 weeks.
Where did you go? Which country did you visit?
Mexico, Canada, Vietnam.
Were any of your trips for 6 months or more? Did any of your trips last 6 months or longer?
No, officer.
Why was your trip longer than 6 months?
Because my flight was cancelled many times due to COVID-19.
When was your last trip outside the United States?
Example, December 31st, 2022.
Do you remember the date you returned to the United States?
Yes, I do. I came back on April 8th, 2023.
Why did you go there? What was the purpose of this trip? What were your reasons for leaving the U.S.?
I visited my parents and relatives.
Part 10. Information about your marital history. Have you been married? Are you currently married?
Yes, I am married.
What's your current marital status?
I am single.
Are you currently single, married, divorced, or widowed?
I am married.
How many times have you been married?
Only one time.
Have you previously been married? Were you married before?
No, I got married only once.
Do you have any prior wife or husband?
Yes, my husband had a prior wife.
When did you get married?
Example, October 2nd, 2014.
Where did you get married?
I got married in America.
What country is your spouse from?
He is from Canada.
What is your spouse's name?
His name is Mark Lee.
When is your spouse's birthday? What is the date of birth of your husband or wife?
January 19, 1989.
Where does your spouse live? What is your spouse's home address?
2436 Ocean View Tour, San Pedro, California, 90731.
Do you live together? Does your husband or wife live with you?
Yes, we live together.
What is your spouse's immigration status?
He is a U.S. citizen.
Is your spouse a U.S. citizen?
Yes, he is a U.S. citizen.
When did your spouse become a U.S. citizen?
Example, November 17, 2018.
What is your spouse's current job?
He is a software engineer.
Where does your spouse currently work?
He works at Stanford University in California.
How long has your spouse been working there?
8 years.
Part 11. Information about your children. Do you have any kids? Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Do you have any stepchildren or adopted children?
Yes or no?
Are your children biological to you?
Yes, officer.
What are their names?
My son's name is John Lee and my daughter's name is Linda Lee.
What are their birthdays? What are their dates of birth? When were they born?
My son was born on July 7, 2011. My daughter was born on May 29, 2014.
Where were your children born?
They were born in America.
Do they currently live with you?
Yes, officer.
Are your children U.S. citizens or permanent residents?
They are U.S. citizens.
Do you have any children from previous marriages?
Yes or no?
Do you spend a lot of time together?
Yes, officer.
Thank you for watching. Good luck, everyone, and goodbye.